What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I couldn't get it out, and I hope you like this video. This is gonna be your review of Black Ink Crew Chicago. We got the season 5 premiere, season 5 episode 1. So y'all know how it is. It's the first episode. My hair's a fucking mess. Anyway, it's the first episode, and everybody just think we getting caught up on what's going on and who's doing what. We left off last season with Ryan taking over the old 9 Mag, Loyalty Inc. throwing their asses out. So this picks up 2 weeks later, right? And so Ryan is back in. I guess he's still getting the other shop, fixed up or whatever. But in the meantime, he's, painted the walls and everything else, and he brought the artists and stuff into the new 9 Mags. Got a new manager, Brandy. Bella is still his assistant. Lily's there, Four's there, and I think he's got another tattoo artist or something like that. Somebody's doing piercings and stuff like that. But they are busy, y'all. For the first time, one of the first times on Black Ink Crew Chicago or New York, we see this place is full of customers. Like, it is booming. And Four is like, yeah, I mean, we are busy. Like, we're really busy, and we need some more artists. So y'all know what that means, right? Um, Four and Nikki are still broken up. They are not together. Again, if you follow these people on social media, Nikki made it very clear to her and Four were not together. Now, I don't know if that's for storyline or if that's for real, but I feel like that's for real. I feel like Nikki is like, look, I deserve better. I know my worth, and that ain't me. Like, I'm not doing it. She said they wasn't going to set her ass up. She was like, y'all know what it is. They wanted me to do a scene with the other woman and all that. She was like, I ain't doing all that. That ain't me. That ain't how I ain't going out. So they are broken up. And Four's like, I got a lot going on. I'm still doing my music, but right now I'm trying to hustle. I'm taking care of the money piece of it. He was like, basically everybody mad at me. Nikki mad at me, Don mad at me, the world mad at me. Like, so I'm just dealing with that. We flip over, we see with the other people, the other side of 9 Mag. We got Charmaine, we got Don. Charmaine is blowing up. Charmaine said, look, I've been getting it. I'm still doing the radio show on the weekends, and now I'm doing Good Morning, they're like the local Good Morning America, and she's doing like a little interest piece around Chicago. So she's doing good. She said she's alright, she's blowing up, and everything is everything with her. Dawn and Ashley are back together. She moved back in. They're working, making it work for their family. Ashley has gone back to work since right now. Don don't know what's going on with him. He ain't working. He's really frustrated. He feel a little betrayed. He's like, look, I was just getting ready to try to turn things around with 9 Mag, with Loyalty Inc. And I kind of got the rug pulled from under me, and my brother didn't give me the heads up. So that's where he is with everything. Van and Nikki, they still doing what they doing. But of course, Van is in his feelings, He's pissed off. Van stay pissed off. But y'all know I think Van is a cutie. So he pissed off, but he's still cute. But yeah, so they get together. They having like a little get together. They clowning on Ford about the whole video with Ford showing his ass and everything. And of course, what shows up? Dun, dun, dun. Ford's at the door. And so, it's a cold room, but they not being nasty or ignoring him. But it's like they dapping him up, but it ain't no what's up, bro type thing. It's like, yo, what's up? And then Ford kind of threw Don under the bus because they were asking him about, why you showing your ass out there. He was like, because the girl wanted, she wanted to eat my ass, He was like, I got it from Don. Don told me, and Ashley was like, shit, I ain't never ate his ass. Who eat your ass, Don? So then Don gets pissed off because he like, me and Ashley just got to a good place. You gonna throw me under the bus over your bullshit? But at the end of the day, we know what he really mad about. He ain't mad about the Ashley comment, because it is what it is. He really mad about the whole thing with 9 Mag. Like, that's what he really mad about. But Dom was like, man, fuck this, I'm out of here, and he ends up leaving. And then Van talks to Four, and basically Van lets Four know how he feel, why he's upset, why he feel the way he feel. He's like, I just need to talk to Ryan. I just need to let Ryan know how I feel. Van, that's not going to end well. That's not going to end well. But anyway, we know we just laying the foundation of where this whole thing gonna go. Ford sort of pleads his case to the room after Don leaves. And Ford was like, look, I understand that the whole thing could have been done better, but understand that it wasn't me. I didn't know what was going down until I was in it. And as far as giving people a heads up, I'm not trying to create a worse situation than what we already have. But at the end of the day, y'all can't put on me what that's on Ryan how he handled it. Like, I knew it was happening like 10 minutes before it happened. You know, and I didn't know he was going to run in there like that and just throw everybody out. Like, I didn't know that's how he was going to carry the situation. He was like, but at the same time, me and Ryan been friends since high school. Like, I can't throw that out the window either. Like, my beef was never with Ryan from that point of view. Like, I never had beef with Ryan. Like, I was mad at him or whatever, but it was never on no never ever going to speak to him again kind of shit. So, they kind of understand where he's coming from, whatever. They still feel how they feel about it, but they kind of understand. Charmaine is still being Charmaine. Girl, she getting, whoever. She getting Botox and everything else. She got sweaty armpits, honey. Ain't nothing going on with that. So we see Don and Ford, they talk it out. You know, and what Don said was, what ended up coming out was, yeah, Don was pissed off at Fourth by how it was handled, but he was a little bit more hurt by the fact that Ryan didn't ask him to be a part of it. He was like, you know, Ryan comes in and throws everybody out. He brings you with him, but we was brothers too. Like, why you and not me? You know, why did he include you, but he didn't give me a call and say, yo, Don, this house about to go down? He was like, yeah, you my brother and we gonna be brothers and that's what it is. I was hurt by it, but I'm more hurt by the situation with Ryan because I feel like at the very least he could have given me a heads up too. And the fact that he didn't, it hurt, you know, it really hurt me. So they made up, you know, they brothers go through that shit. Like before said, Ford was like, me and Don gonna be all right. Like, I know he mad at me right now, but this is not gonna be, it's not bigger than our brotherhood. Like, we're gonna be good. And they were, you know, but they just had to sort of talk it out. Because remember, this is only 2 weeks later. It's not like this is 6 months down the road. This has only been a 2-week situation. So that's a reasonable amount of time that you would feel like you going through what you're going through with somebody. You not speaking to them. You giving everybody time to cool off. Like, that's reasonable. You know, sometimes on these reality shows, the next season picks up 6 months later, and people still arguing about the shit that happened 6 months ago. And you like, come on, y'all still mad about that? But in this situation, it's only been 2 weeks. So it's reasonable to believe these feelings are still raw, right? So we also find out Ryan and Rachel done broke up. Ryan's moved out. He's got his own place now. He said, you know I fucked up, but if she not going to forgive me, it's nothing I can do about it. You know, I've tried to do everything to let her know that I'm sorry, to show her that I'm trying to be better, to show her that I want to be a better man, and I want to be with her, and she's the person I want in my life, and that I know I screwed that up, but I can't make somebody forgive me. And that's true. And, you know, he bought her a car last season. You know, it looked like he really was. But I'm going to tell you the problem. If I'm Rachel, this is my problem. You never came clean. See, here's the thing. And again, how much of it is for the cameras and how much of it is really the real deal, we'll never know. But based on what I know, was all I can go by is what I see on the TV. Ryan, you never accepted full responsibility for that whole situation with Kat. You made it everybody else's problem but yours. Instead of saying, you know what, I fucked up. You kept trying to find excuses. You was blaming everybody else. You made it seem like everybody was against you. You made it seem like they exaggerated or they lied on you. And that wasn't the case. You fucked up. And it wasn't until your back was against the wall that you was really straight up with Rachel. And she probably found out more by watching the shit on TV than she found out from you. And if I'm Rachel, it's not just about me forgiving you. It's about me trusting you. You feel me? Anyway. And I can't speak for Rachel. I'm just talking about if it were me. And like that, the way that whole thing went down. And again, we know that a lot of stuff is done for TV and done for the purposes of the camera. But even if only half of what happened is how that whole thing went down, that's probably where Rachel is coming from. I can't speak for Rachel, but that's, you know, anyway. So there's that. He's talking to his mom, and so his mom asked him about, you know, about the non-mag situation, and he says, you know, it is what it is, and she was like, look, he said, she said, well, you don't feel like y'all can ever make up, y'all can ever forgive. He said, I can forgive, but I'm never going to forget. She said, no, forgiving doesn't mean you forget. Forgiving just means that you open yourself up to the possibility, and you open yourself up to moving forward and moving past it. She was like, ain't nobody saying nothing about forgetting. And this is where you understand why he can move forward with Ford, he can move forward with Lily, he can move forward with Don. His biggest beef is with Charmaine and with Van, because he really feels like the two of them is who threw him under the bus the worst. He feels like, even though Charmaine came to him, apologized, and tried to explain how that whole thing went down with the article, he's still pissed off because he felt like she went to the press on him, and he feels like Van was the one that made a big deal about the gunshots, which he swear wasn't him. He swear up and down that was production, that he never shot no gun off in that shop. I don't know whether he did or didn't, but that's why he's pissed off at the two of them, and that's why, even though he's ready to forgive and move forward with some of them, the others he ain't all that crazy about moving forward with. Don is one of them, and Don is like, me and Ryan need to talk. And Ryan ain't really trying to really, and that's why he wasn't all that open when Charmaine came down. So, alright, so fast forward. It's Don's birthday party, he's celebrating, the crew is there, whatever. Who come walking through? Ryan. Ryan's like, again, Don is one of the people he's ready to forgive and he's ready to move forward with. Van wasn't at this particular party. I think I said Don the last time I met Van. Van wasn't at Don's party, but, everybody else is there. And they see Ryan come through. And, of course, Charmaine is like, well, what he doing here? And, of course, Charmaine saying the same thing. Charmaine like, oh, so he can forgive everybody but me? Like, damn, what's that about? So, Don and Ryan talk. And Ryan was like, I apologize. You were just a casualty of war. He was like, what the fuck? He was like, our brotherhood was a casualty of war. He was like, yo, we brothers. Like, at the end of the day, I never had no beef with you. My beef was never with you. I didn't like the way things went down. I didn't like the way things were handled. But at the end of the day, you still my brother. He was like, so I'm a casualty now? Ryan was like, look, I apologize about the way that whole thing went down, and I apologize if you felt some kind of way. That's not. I never meant it like that. You know what I mean? He was like, at the end of the day, he was like, I want you to come back to 9MAG. I want you with us. He said, I didn't know you was managing the shop. I didn't know. He was like, it doesn't matter. You knew I was there. You didn't even give me the courtesy of a phone call and say, yo, Don, this is how it's about to go down. He was like, you threw me out like the rest of them. And you didn't even give me that courtesy. He was like, that hurt. So they had a conversation, and of course, at the end they made up. And Ryan told him, look, I want you to come to 9MAG. He said, I know you might not be able to make a decision right now or ready to give me a decision right now. He said, but know that you got a place. Know that there's a spot there for you. I said, oh, here we go. So, of course, Van finds out. Van's like, so what the fuck? Everybody making up. You making up with everybody but me? Like, why you can't make up with me? Like, what's up with that? Like, we put this, and Van is still holding on to that. We built this together, and da-da-da-da-da. But now, all last year, I was mad at Ryan. And all last year, I read Ryan's ass from one side of the room to the other. Because I felt like the way Ryan handled the situation was on the bitch level. I did. But now, I'm starting to, I still feel like the way he handled it was wrong. But now I'm like, Van, I need you to chill out. I really do, Van. Like, I really need you to chill out. I need you to get it together, and I need you to chill out. And anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there. So Lily's having a birthday party, right? She's turning 25. I forget how young Lily is. It doesn't excuse Lily's behavior, but she young, dumb. You know the rest. So she's having a 25th birthday party. Her birthday is on Mexican Independence Day. She says she's very proud of her heritage, which we know. And so she's doing like the whole Mexican theme. Want everybody to show up, sombreros and the dresses, and it's a nice little party. It's a little outdoor party. I think it's at like the outside of 9MAG or what have you. So, they show up in costume. Everybody do their thing. Ryan shows up in his little costume. He like a mariachi guy, and Ford shows up with a miniature Donald Trump and all that. It's all good or whatever. But Van decides that this is the time for him to go talk to Ryan, because he saw that Lily posted the party on her Instagram. First of all right, let's talk for a minute about the logistics of this being some bullshit. The size of that party looked like it's somebody's backyard. It's nowhere in the world that Lily posted that on her Instagram and really expected anybody who was in the Chicago area to just show up. Second of all, if she really did post it with the intention of everybody showing up, it wasn't nobody there. Lily, you ain't got no followers? You ain't got no friends? Because the party wasn't full. But anyway, we're going to pretend like we believe that that's how it went down. So Van decides he's going to show up. Well, of course, Jen said, if you go, I'm going. Because, remember last year, things didn't end well with her and Lily. And Jen, if you follow these people on social media, that shit extended well after the show aired, where Jen was still trying to fight Lily, showed up at her house. It was all on social media and all of that. So, Van, come on. First of all, that wasn't the time for you to approach Ryan and have a conversation with him. 2, you knew better than to take Jen, because you already know what Jen is on. Jen is ready to go show up and fight her. And 3, ain't no 3. Fuck it. 1 and 2, So they show up at the party. Before they can get out before they can get out the truck good, Jen talking about something. Happy birthday, bitch. Lily, bitch. And of course, y'all know what Lily do. Lily trying to fight. They keep the gate separated, but she trying to get through the other side of the gate. And it turns into a big shit fest. Y'all know, and here go Lily. I said I was going to be better. I wasn't going to fight no more, but I'll turn 25 till midnight. So I'll still fight her ass. Like, okay, Lily. Then I guess everybody, Ryan done came out of his costume. He out there. He done came out the costume, and they out there. So Van, mind you, after the fight, after they done broke up the fight or whatever, Van decides it's a good idea that he's going to still continue and try to have a conversation with Ryan. Ryan ain't trying to hear that shit right now, because Ryan is sitting here like, y'all showed up, y'all done ruined this girl birthday party on some bullshit, and y'all still, now you want to talk to me? Like, nah, ain't nothing to talk about. And of course, Van didn't come at him and was like, Ryan, can we talk for a minute? He was like, so what's up? What's up, man? Oh, it's funny? What's up, man? Why we can't? And Ryan was like, man, I ain't got nothing to say. And on this one, I'm 100% with Ryan. Like, I'm with Ryan. 1, I already said the 1 and the 2. But I don't have nothing to say to you right now, because you already on 20. If you want to talk to me, let's talk, but you need to be on a 1. And let's remember, Ryan really ain't ready to talk to Van, because he really feel like Van, out of all of them, he feel like Van and Charmaine did him the dirtiest. And I can see where he coming from on that. Like, I could definitely see where that came from. So that's where the episode ends, y'all, with Van and Ryan going at each other, about to fight. And they don't really fight. Ford's in the middle, like, look, come on, y'all, chill out. And of course, the police show up, tell them to clear the street, tell them to shut that shit down. Van gets in the car and drives off. Van, you were wrong. You were wrong. That wasn't the time or the place for that conversation. If you were going to show up and you really had good intentions, you wouldn't have brought your girlfriend, because you already knew what Jen was going to do. And Jen, you showed up on that bullshit. You had no intention of letting Van talk to Ryan and try to have some sort of conversation with him that was what's the word I'm looking for? Calm. That ain't the word I'm looking for, but we're going to go with that one for now. And you knew it was going to be some bullshit. So anyway, y'all, that's where the episode ended. Non-Mag, Black and Crew Chicago is back. I like Black and Crew Chicago. Even though I'll be giving people a hard time on this, because there be some fuckery on here too. But anyway, that's where we going with that. But if you look at the trailer for the season, you see that at some point everybody makes up and they all back together. But we just have to see how that works out, right? All right, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments. Peace.